Let's go to Washington and speak to Kevin McAleese. Kevin, there's a poll that suggests 28% of Americans support this policy of the government regarding the children of illegal immigrants. But that 28% is extremely vociferous, this right wing. Can you tell us more about how they're defending these policies?
Well, it's quite simple, really. They defend these policies as the law of the land. They are pinning the blame on the parents or the individuals who are bringing these children across the border unlawfully, resulting in this detention, this uproar. They say this is why there is a zero tolerance policy on the border at the moment from this Trump administration. And we heard from Attorney General Jeff Sessions saying hopefully illegal immigrants are now starting to get the message as the outcry and the outrage here in the United States builds against this zero tolerance policy. As you said, fewer than 1 in 3 at the moment support this method by the Trump administration. But this is what Donald Trump promised. He said Donald J. Trump will be tougher on border security than any president before him. And he is fulfilling that campaign promise, or at least trying to at the moment. It's too early to say whether this is going to backfire on him politically. But the other thing that we heard him repeat, and we've heard people on the conservative right push, is this notion that these people coming across the border with these children, they aren't parents in the majority. They are in fact smugglers. They are in fact criminals. And of course, Donald Trump likes to talk, doesn't he, about that porous border and the threat that, gang violence, criminals, drugs pose to ordinary Americans.
The thing is, being against illegal migrants coming to your country is one thing, but the language that is being used by those that are defending the policies, it almost appears to be distorting reality. Talking about these children staying in essentially summer camps, that word, that description being used to describe these cages where the children are staying, and then to say that they are child actors. In the face of that kind of language, how likely are Republicans to accept this Democrat drive in Congress to get President Trump to at least stop this separation first?
Well, there is a growing noise coming out of the more moderate parts of the Republican Party that this is perhaps unacceptable. And you can bet Republicans who face tough political challenges in those midterms in November as well will be watching very carefully, because crying babies, as even the president knows and has identified, doesn't make for good sort of political campaign posters. But the Republican Party, I think, have been surprised and sort of thrown by just how quickly this has built, how loud the public outcry has been. The Democrats have seized on this opportunity. They've talked about these scenes on the border being barbaric, inhumane, and you've heard people within the Republican Party talking about this being distinctly un-American as well. Even Melania Trump, the First Lady, said that the United States, while respecting laws, should also be governing by the heart. But Donald Trump's approval rating is fairly steady at the moment. Remains to be seen what the backlash will be for him. But he was certainly digging in and doubling down on his assertion that this is the fault of Democrats. Of course, talk to a constitutional expert and they will say this has got nothing to do with laws that were brought in by the Democrats. You absolutely have the power, Mr. President, to pick up the phone at any time, and if, as you say, you want to stop seeing families separated on the US southern border, you have the authority, you have the ability to do that immediately.